Hey, I'm Sufal,
I'm Marvin.
and you are listening to the intro podcast of TMA. Tell me about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I guess
alright.
we're just getting into it.
Yeah, so today we're literally just going to be talking about our podcast, about ourselves, and try to convince you to listen to our podcast.
Please listen. No, we're not. Are we desperate at this
We're
point?
desperate. We're desperate.
Yeah, it's the intro.
Our viewers consist of two, me and Marvin.
No, my mom too.
Oh, you're three.
Big support.
Oh, my brother.
Four? Yeah,
That's
we
a good
doubled
number.
right there.
That's
Whoa.
double. That's 100% right there.
Yeah, all right.
Perfect. So,
Doing good.
Marvin, what the hell is this? Why did we start the show? Tell me about.
Tell me about. That
Yeah.
is. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, pretty much, Tell Me About is a podcast, and, well, we each had, like, different stories of why we wanted to do this podcast.
Definitely.
First of all, we're friends. We've been friends for, like, how long now? Like,
We've known each other
Middle
since middle
school?
school, but we really became friends in like grade 10, even though we were in different high schools.
yeah, right, yeah. But pretty much Tell Me About, the reason I wanted to do a podcast was essentially, I was doing an interview for a radio show earlier in the summer. I didn't really get the position, but I was thinking, okay, talking to people through an audio format would be super cool. So I was like, yo, like, podcasts are the thing nowadays, right?
Yeah,
They're the
everyone's
thing.
doing podcasts, man.
Yeah.
Look at your favorite like influencer out there. Probably has a podcast.
Oh, are we influencers if we do this?
We'll see. That's
Oh.
the goal.
Okay, yeah. So I can call myself an influencer one day.
Yeah, that's going on the LinkedIn profile.
But yeah, pretty much I was like, okay, I like talking to people, and even if I can't be on a radio show, podcast is a thing that you can start, right?
Yeah, no,
So,
it's definitely a thing you can
yeah.
say.
That's why I was
It's not
like,
too complicated.
I think I asked you first. I was like, do you want to do a
Yeah.
podcast?
The idea came together very nicely.
Yeah.
See, it worked. Why we started it, we ended up having expertise in both topics. Like Marvin came up with the idea, the name, man's a genius. And I just happened to be really into the audio field, so I ended up just jumping on the idea. I bought some equipment that I sold years prior, got speakers set up, microphone set up, had to borrow some stuff, do some research, and now we're here starting the podcast. So, Marvin, tell me exactly how we got the name.
How we got the name? All right.
How did Tell Me About come?
How to Tell Me About?
Why is it an incomplete sentence?
Okay, no, English is our first language.
Yes.
But essentially, I can't say we all, but for those of you who have been in interviews, the most common question they ask first is, tell me about yourself. And during those, I think the first question you usually ask once they ask, you usually tell them something along the lines of, oh, this is me, yada yada, here's why I wanted to do this. You're pretty much your 30-second elevator pitch.
Yeah.
And like, we're thinking, okay, we want to talk, our goal is to eventually bring other people onto the show as guests.
Yeah, we want to have guests here. We got a third microphone.
Yeah. But pretty much we want to talk to people, not necessarily about themselves. If they want to, if that's a topic of interest, then sure. But just anything that they're interested in that they might want to share with any listeners. So, I think I didn't finish my idea. You want to finish the idea for me?
So, why is it Tell Me About in an incomplete sentence? Well, pretty much we were originally going to name ourselves Tell Me About Yourself. But we felt that that's very specific to only guest interviewers, interesting people. But what if we just want to talk about, like, corn chips?
Yeah. Tell me about, like, anything, pretty
Yeah,
much.
so tell me about blank, because we want to be able to talk about anything we want, whether it's an idea one of your listeners suggests, or it's just something that we find interesting through the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a big influence for both of us in starting. I think you got me to it was SYS.
SYSK, Stuff You Should Know, great podcast.
Yeah, you should.
Been running for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do. I think we're just super interested in trying something. I don't want to say like we were copying them, but
I mean, technically, isn't any podcast talking about anything a copy of another podcast talking about something?
yeah, okay.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Bars?
Yeah, that's bars.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like, okay, it's super fun to go talk to people or talk about different topics every week. So we're thinking, okay, we can do something similar, right?
Yeah, why not?
And for me personally, I think the College Info Geek podcast was like a really big help. I think as of now, I've listened to every episode. I think right now we're around 257.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
intense.
I was like, dang, like it's so cool. Just talk freely, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, podcasts are very trendy right now. People will be doing work listening to a podcast. And when I'm driving, I slap on a podcast. I listen to that.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
When you're doing work, just put podcast on.
yeah. It's the way to go now.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's,
so-
it's really soothing.
Enough about our podcast. Let's talk about the people talking. Who's
Ooh.
that, Marvin? Oh, it's you.
Oh, right. Did we even introduce our names at the beginning?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did? Oh, thank
If we
God.
didn't,
Okay.
His name is Marvin, and he'll introduce himself
Yeah, and
now.
this guy's Sufal. But yes, I will introduce myself. let's see. So we just, I guess, our interest. Okay, we should say. Did we say our university?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
We're at McMaster pretty much.
Yeah, we're both second year undergraduate students here.
I'm in biochemistry.
I'm in biology.
And that's science.
That's science. Yeah, we're pretty much here getting our BScs.
Yes.
Trying to get them co-op positions.
Yeah, next year.
Third year, hopefully. We'll see.
All right, we're getting off topic. Okay, so about me.
Let's talk about our goals of the podcast.
Oh, right, let's do that first.
For personal goals, yeah.
All right, you go first this time.
Personal goals for me, I just really want to have something where I'm like, I'll talk about audiology, all of this, like, I'm interested in it. But then it's like, okay, what are you doing about it? Nothing. It's like, sure, I have all my personal projects, but I'm not gonna let someone listen to some weird ass song I made 2 years ago. Right?
No SoundCloud DJ.
Exactly. I'm not no SoundCloud rapper yet. Right?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this podcast. My goal is to essentially have a product that, excuse me, shows off like what I know, my knowledge, my skills in the field.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking if you ever put this on a resume, I mean, you redo it for fun, but I was thinking it's like a really unique thing to put on.
Yeah, it's not right? Not everybody's doing as much podcasts as there are out there. Not everyone's doing.
Yeah, I think if I looked at your resume, I'd be like, a podcast.
Yeah, I feel like imagine your interview. You see my resume. And it's like, oh, he has a podcast called Tell Me About. Let me listen to an episode.
Yeah, I think it's just a cool thing to talk about.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
So goals for me. So I think my main goal was doing informational interviews because pretty much informational interviews are pretty much where you're going to talk about people in an industry and asking about their profession. Yeah. So something typical would be like you contact them maybe let's say through LinkedIn. You ask if you can go for meet for coffee.
Reaching out to people, yeah.
Spend 30 minutes just asking them about their job and all that. But pretty much I was thinking, okay, if we do an informational interview, if we do it through a podcast format, it's not just for me anymore. It's also for other people who are also interested.
Yeah, it's like you're taking this person and you're kind of sharing it.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Yeah, because it's not just me who's interested. I'm sure at the end of the day, any job I'm interested in, there'll be other people who are like...
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, that's the...
Apologize, that's our lock.
It's okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're not going to give a location, but we live in, the same building.
Yeah, we're roommates.
Yeah.
We're friends. Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
He steals my food, I steal his.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More so me stealing his food.
Yeah,
anyways, food aside, let's talk about our interests. I'll start. As I mentioned earlier, I'm really into audiology. I'm really into the arts in general, I think. Would you agree?
I feel like almost all your what is a hobby that's not an art?
Like curling. I haven't done that.
But that's not a regular.
It's not a regular hobby, yeah.
No, just list them off your arts.
It's just off the arts. I sing. South Asian classical trained. I play the harmonium, which was just tagged alongside. If you guys don't know what harmonium, search it up. It was tagged alongside the classical training. I play the violin. I do photography. That's arts, yeah, that counts. Yeah. I do video editing, obviously photo editing alongside photography. I dance, where me and Marvin are actually both breakers. We'll talk about that more in another podcast, hopefully. That's all arts. I can't think of anything that's not arts.
But your bachelor's is in science.
Yeah, I mean, variation, man.
Wow, just broaden your horizons, right?
Yeah. I feel like with music, for me personally, is the second I have to rely on it to earn money, I won't enjoy it.
I heard a lot of people say that, they don't want to make their hobbies a job.
I've been told I can survive off of music. I could go into music and do well, make a living for myself. But music was never that for me. I don't want it to be my bread earner. I just want it to be something I can go out and do and relax with.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also very into tech gadgets and stuff. If you ever step in a room that's mine, you'll see random tech gadgets and you just look at this guy and be like, he's a hoarder. Yeah, but I do I used to skateboard back in the day, but now I just longboard. I bought an electric longboard with my first paycheck ever. I do that all the time. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of me.
Yeah, I feel like if I just went to your YouTube channel or your subscriptions.
Oh yeah, subscription shows a good a good variation of what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also cars, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely into cars, but I'm not out here modding my car.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you can talk about it.
I can talk about it. Yeah.
I guess for me, am I the nerdier of the two?
I feel like you are, just because you're doing more technical things. I mean, I coded a bit, but it's an on and off thing.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, my main hobbies, aside from dancing or breaking, would be animation. So pretty much, I'm not a super artist, but I use Flash Professional, or I think it's called Adobe Animate nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't use a drawing tablet, and I'm using a mouse, and I have no like artistic talent, but that just pretty much means I'm making like really dumb stick figure animations.
Is that where you're hustling?
I think. Yeah. Oh no! Remember we made a video back like a few years ago?
Oh yeah, a few years ago. There's a video somewhere on the internet.
There's like 100 something.
Yeah,
views.
it was kind of a jokes video. You know, it's just me, Marvin, and another friend of ours.
Yeah.
More so me and Marvin. The other friend just had a few audio clips here and there.
He had an oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we just made an animation. It was a super fun project. We had a great time with it.
Yeah. So aside from animation, what I do? Animation. Yes, dance. I said that right.
Yeah, Arduino.
I feel like I'm going around in circles.
What about your Arduino and coding?
Oh right.
Tell
See,
me
he's keeping me on track.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, coding for me, I mainly just do Python, and I am by no means some like advanced guru at like programming. For me, it's just, I guess I would say I'm a beginner. 1 year, yeah.
Yeah, no beginner coder.
But for me, I was just interested in it because for a long time I was like, I'm not a computer person, and at some point I was like, okay, I never tried, so I felt like I had to challenge that. And I got really into it because at first I think I got into it through Arduino and all the, you could build like robots and do things like, those guys on BattleBots with all the cool robots. So I was like, okay, I wanted to do that. And doing Arduino for a while eventually brought me into just programming in general. So for me, I really like doing Python because I think that was like, a lot of people recommended it as like the beginner language. And also I think it just generally had a lot of applications to other things. So for right now, my main interest with Python, or aside from just the basic syntax, would be bioinformatics or machine learning. Yeah, those are cool. But
that is pretty cool.
My progress in them is definitely not that much.
Hey, we're full-time students too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, full-time students, but that's not all about us, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the main thing. So programming, animation, and dance.
Yeah, definitely. All right, what do we got on the plate here?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
That's about it. So that's us. That's our podcast. We don't want to keep this one too long. We're just trying to introduce our show to you and essentially have you guys come back for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have any social media right now either.
Yeah, but if you guys feel like you're interesting, you don't even have to be interesting.
We're definitely not.
We're not
super interesting.
Yeah, but if you want to contact us, whether you have a topic you want to talk about or you want to introduce someone for the show or yourself, feel free to contact us on our Gmail. We will have other social media links up soon. As of now, we only have our email up. It is tellmeaboutofficial@gmail.com. If you want to follow either of us on social media, you can't really do that for Marvin. But for me, I have Instagram, Snapchat, everything. I suggest you go follow me on Instagram at Sufaldeb, Sufaldeb. And I also have my photography that I mentioned earlier. My photography page is called Shots by Sufal, ShotsBySufal. Yeah, so come message us. We don't bite.
Yeah. Am I going to make the same joke, but not except on Mondays?
Yeah, except on Mondays.
Except on Mondays. Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming to our podcast, and tune in for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.